Hello everyone, Tony Pells, owner of T&J Wealth Builders and network marketing coach with Carbon Copy Pro. Thanks for joining me today. Now, if we're talking, chances are you're looking for an appropriate opportunity to affiliate yourself with for your home-based business, whether you're just getting started or perhaps you've been involved in the MLM industry for quite some time. Well, let me tell you right off the bat that I'm convinced that you have struck gold by visiting this website. I believe Carbon Copy Pro and Wealth Masters Inc. to be the ultimate top-tier opportunity for you to get involved with. But enough of my sales pitch. What I'd really like to do first of all is just introduce myself and tell you my story. I'm convinced that you'll find something in my story that you can relate to, and perhaps something that I've gone through, you've also gone through as well. So here we go. Upon graduation, 18 years ago with my accounting degree, boy, I was on fire. I passed the CPA exam the first time. I was hired by one of the big 6 public accounting firms where I worked for 4 years, and in the 10 years thereafter, I was employed by 3 separate Fortune 500 companies. And most recently, I've been employed by a smaller manufacturer. But here's what happened. In the last 7 years of my corporate America career, I began to feel a sense of discontent, of unfulfillment, and I didn't know why. But it was there day and night, and it kept growing and growing and growing. And I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know what the root cause was, but it was almost subconscious, subliminal. And I didn't have an answer as to why I felt that way until a very recent event when, boom, I got all my answers. It was a moment of truth event, and here's what happened. My wife and I were invited by some neighbors over to their home, and they educated my wife and I regarding the MLM industry, and specifically their product and business opportunity. I was intrigued. Now, our neighbors only looked to this MLM opportunity to supplement their income, but upon further investigation, I very quickly met people who had replaced their income from corporate America and had a successful full-time business. I even met one individual who made a whopping $1.6 million from her MLM home-based business opportunity. This intrigued me, and boom, the light went on. I finally knew why I was no longer content in corporate America. I had been conditioned, I had been programmed from my first day in kindergarten to my last day in college to acquire marketable, valuable skills and then go out and be an employee, to work for someone else, to work 40 to 80 hours per week benefiting another organization instead of myself. It was at that point that I knew the time for entrepreneurship in my life had finally come. Now, I'll admit, entrepreneurship held very little interest for me up to this point in my life. Why? Well, I had 2 barriers. Number 1 was the initial upfront money, the initial capital investment. Usually 6 to 7 figures was required before I would see 1 penny enter my organization. No thanks, not for me. Well, the MLM industry circumvented that by only requiring less than $100 to join as a distributor. So that eliminated excuse number 1. Excuse number 2 for me was job security. Admittedly, I joined corporate America in order to have job security, just like my dad had. But I very quickly found out that job security simply doesn't exist in corporate America. Number 1, I was laid off 2 times during my 18 years in corporate America and knew scores of other people who would experience the same thing, if not more so. Also, in my latest employer, we experienced an industry-wide recession which caused me to have to take a 10% pay cut as well as a virtual elimination of all my benefits. So much for job security. As such, the second barrier was removed. Lo and behold, I was ready for entrepreneurship. Now, the more I investigated the MLM industry, the more disturbed I became by it. Why? It was the sales tactics that they encouraged. Number 1, make a list of your hot and warm prospects, family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, and sell them on your product and business. No thanks, not for me, borders on unethical. Thank you very much. The second tactic was the 3-foot rule. Proposition any stranger who dare comes within 3 feet of you on your product or business opportunity. No thanks again. Thirdly, cold calls to complete strangers. No thanks, I simply won't do it. So, if I don't adopt those sales tactics, how in the world was I going to grow my business? That's where Carbon Copy Pro came in, with a whole new set of rules. Never would I have to approach my family, friends, or strangers who never asked about my product or business opportunity ever again. Carbon Copy Pro was my answer. So what distinguishes Carbon Copy Pro from any other MLM opportunity? Simply put, Carbon Copy Pro is not an MLM opportunity at all. It is instead a network marketing or direct sales opportunity. Now, what's the difference between the two? In MLM, a majority of your income will be derived from the downline residual passive income generated by your team. By contrast, in direct sales and network marketing, a majority of your income will be derived from the sales that you yourself make. Yes, there will still be residual passive income, but that is more peripheral to the overall opportunity. So confident is Carbon Copy Pro in the value and income potential that it can generate for you that it has a personal mission for itself to generate, by the year 2012, 100 millionaires. I am holding myself personally accountable to becoming one of those millionaires. So my question to you is this: are you ready to become a true entrepreneur? Are you ready to generate income at an unprecedented level? Are you ready to become a true marketing master, a true professional? If so, then I would encourage you to fill out the simple form below and continue your investigation.